Here you can see the info map of whole Act 1. I will get you through all those places and even more. In this video I will show you how to efficiently go through Act 1 by doing only worthy quests, guide on all quests available in Act 1 and why it's not worthy to complete them immediately, places to farm on Hell and co-level. I'm going to present all of this on PD2, but all differences between Vanilla and PD2 I will mention during video. In Act 1 you are going to start in town named encampment. This info map shows you where important spots are located. This is your stash. Use it to store items and deposit gold. This is Charcy. She's trader and she can also repair your gear. Ghit. You can trade and gamble here. Cain. You can't see him now. He will appear in town after making a quest. He will identify your items for free. Keisha. You can recruit mercenaries here after completing second quest. Here is Akara. She's a trader and healer. After completing first quest, you can also reset your skill tree here. To get a quest, you can talk to character with an exclamation icon above his head, or you can skip it and go straight to your objective. All quests you can find under key Q. Your first quest would be the Den of Evil. Why it is worthy to do this quest? You will receive +1 skill point as a reward and unlock possibility to reset skill tree. How to do this quest? First thing you need to do is get out of the town. You will be in a zone named Bloodmoor. To see which zone you are in, check the right corner of your screen, but make sure your map is visible. In this zone you need to find a cave named the Den of Evil. Maps are generated randomly every time you create a new game, so objectives and waypoints on your map can spawn every time in different places, but it won't spawn in different zones. Your task is to clean this cave and kill all monsters inside it. When you're done, go out the cave and use your teleport back to town and speak to Akara. Now you're ready for your next quest, which is Search for Cain. Why it's worthy to do this quest? You will unlock possibility to identify items for free in town. How to do this quest? For this quest you need to make 3 actions. One is in Darkwood, second in Stonyfield and last one in Tristram. First thing you need to do is to go through Bloodmoor to Cold Plains, remember to find waypoint here, then to Stonyfield, also waypoint here, and then you need to find Underground Passage. Now you need to go through the whole passage that has 2 levels, but you need to go only through level 1 and go to other side, that will be Darkwood. Find waypoint, then you need to find the tree of Inifus. This tree will give you bark scroll. Now go back to town and use waypoint back to Stonyfield. In this area you need to find Cain stones, and using the bark scroll that you found in tree, press stones in the right order. Just try randomly until you succeed, it won't take long. After all stones have blue signs on it, the red portal will open. Go in and then you will be in Tristram. In the middle of the zone there is a cage with Cain. Release the Cain and then you will see that he's going into the portal. Do the same, open your portal and go back to the town. Now you can see that Cain appear in the town. From now on, you don't have to use your identification scrolls anymore. Cain will do it for you for free. Now let's move to the next quest, which is Sisters to the Slaughter. Why it's worth to do this quest? Well, this quest is obligatory. Without completing it, you won't go to Act 2. How to do this quest? First, take waypoint to Darkwood. Go along the path to Black Marsh. Find waypoint here. Next, go road to Tamo Highland and Monastery Gate. No waypoints in both. Now you're in Outer Cloister. Get waypoint and go for barracks. Then jail. In jail there is only one waypoint and it's located on level 1 and you need to go through 3 levels of the jail. Jail level 2 and jail level 3. Now let's go to Inner Cloister. Waypoints should be somewhere in the middle, remember to claim it. Then Cathedral. And then Catacombs. Catacombs have 4 levels. Waypoint on level 2. Level 4 is the final one, where you can find Andariel, the boss. Here is a speed up for this level, so you can see what enemies you can expect. This big character with red hair and 6 arms is Andariel. This is the boss. I recommend you to prepare for the fight. She's using poison attack, so you can buy free antidotes from Akara and drink them before the fight. You can also give free antidotes for your merc. You can stack up to 10 antidotes, each works for 30 seconds. If you want to move to Act 2, go back to town and speak to Vari. He will take you east, which means to Act 2. But how about the other quests? Well, there are quests that I recommend you to save for later, and those are Sister's Burial Grounds. Why it's worth it to postpone or skip this quest? Blood Raven is very buffed on PD2, she can kill you very easily, and you will get nothing special here too. Only on Hell level you can get Key of Terror as a drop. In Vanilla you can recruit mercs by doing this quest, but in PD2 you don't need to do it. So how to do this quest? Quest is located in Burial Grounds, you can get there from Cold Plains. Generally avoid this zone, especially when you're playing hardcore. This quest is about killing Blood Raven, but for some reason she's very buffed in PD2 and she can one-hit you to death. The Forgotten Tower. Why it's worth it to postpone or skip this quest? You can come back here for farming runes if you need some rune wars. You can also farm here on Hell for Key of Terror. How to do this quest? The Forgotten Tower you can find in the Black Marsh. There is a tower with an underground entrance. Tower has 5 levels, and on the last level there is a countess who is dropping runes. She fights with fire, so make sure your fire immune is good enough to face her. It is worth it to farm runes here, but mostly on lower levels, cause in my opinion for higher levels better rune farming spot would be cow level, but about cow level I will talk later. Tools of the trade. Why it is worth it to postpone or skip this quest? Reward is about upgrading items. I recommend you to wait with this reward for later games because changes are based on your level and it's simply not worthy now. You can still make this quest when you are in barracks because it's in your way. How to do this quest? Quest is located in zone named Barracks. To get there you need to go on Outer Cloister waypoint and enter Barracks. In Barracks you need to find Smith, you need to slay him because you need to get to Malus' stand. Collect Malus, that looks like a hammer, and return it to Charcy for reward. Now let's talk about other places. There are some places that are worthy to visit in Hell, the highest level in the game. In those places you can find level 85 monsters, it means the highest level monsters on Hell. Monsters like this can drop any item, so it's worthy to farm on them in search of good stuff. Mausoleum. Mausoleum can be found on burial grounds on one of the sides of the cemetery. On the other side there is a crypt, but this place maybe looks similar to Mausoleum, but it's not worthy to visit because monsters don't have 85 level here. Mausoleum contains only lightning immune monsters, so only characters with lightning damage can have problems farming here. Remember that even in the barrel or tomb you can find valuable items, so I recommend you to clean whole place. Watch for corners. You might not see any monsters in chamber, but they can stay on corners and appear only when you will pass through the door. Watch out! Pits. Pits are located somewhere on Tamo Highlands and look like a cave. The fastest way to get there, in my opinion, is Outer Cloister. Just go back from Outer Cloister to Tamo Highlands and search for cave that is somewhere on end of the path. In pits you can find various immunity monsters, including lightning, cold, fire and poison, so farming here can be problematic. Cow level. Cow level is a fun level where you can farm a lot of stuff. You can open it only when you kill Baal in Act 5. To open cow level you need to go to the Tristram, the same place where you found the Cain. Go on the waypoint to Stony Field, find rocks and enter the red portal. Portal will teleport you to Tristram. Here you need to find Body of Weird. It's mostly on top left side of the Tristram. From looting his body you should find an item named Weird's Leg. Now go back to the town, buy a book of portals from Akara, then combine book and leg together in the Horadric cube. This action will open a red portal. Enter it and you're ready to farm on cows. be careful, cows have very strong damage. Remember about Cow King. You can recognize him by lightning damage he's emitting. In vanilla, killing Cow King is a bad idea, it prevents opening portal to cow level again. In PD2 you can kill Cow King without fear of that. Cow level is nice to farm runes, gems, jewels, charms and other items because of big number of enemies in one place, so drop rate is much better. Anyway, even hell cows don't have 85 level like in Mausoleum or pits, so cows can't drop everything.